If your heart races every time you hit record, if you stumble over words you know by heart, or if you've deleted more videos than you've posted, this video is for you. I'm about to show you why your brain fights the camera and exactly how you can win that battle. I'm Matthew. I've been creating content for about 8 years now and I have over 100 million views under my belt. I also run a content agency here in London, so helping people feel more comfortable on camera is practically my day-to-day. Today we're diving deep into the psychology of camera discomfort and I'll give you 6 proven techniques on how you can actually fix it. By the end of this video, you will understand why your brain treats the camera like a threat and most importantly, how to retrain it. Let's start with the uncomfortable truth. It's important to understand that your discomfort in front of a camera isn't a personality defect. It's just evolutionary biology against modern technology. First, there's something called the spotlight effect. Your mind makes you feel more intensely that people are judging you and watching you more than they actually are. If you have any experience struggling to walk up to the board in high school, you would know what that means. And in this case, in creating video content, it's still there. Even if you're being watched by future viewers, your brain still has that spotlight effect, so you feel uncomfortable. Also, humans evolved in small tribes where social rejection could practically mean death. And your brain alarm system cannot tell the difference between being rejected from a social tribe and getting negative comments on YouTube. To your primitive brain, they are both threats to survival, and that is exactly why you freak out. And finally, this is the weird one. You hate how you look and sound when you watch your videos back because that's not how you experience yourself. You hear your voice through the bone conduction of your skull, so it sounds a little bit thicker. When you look at yourself through mirrors, it's flipped left to right. And when you record and watch back a video, none of those things actually happen. You hear your real voice and see how you actually really look. And for some of us, that looks strange and uncomfortable, which is why I hear people say a lot, I don't want to watch it back, I hate how I sound and look. You don't have to. The sad thing is most people make this worse. Here are 3 of the biggest mistakes I see. If you do any of these 3 things, no technique I'll be sharing today would help you. So you have to fix it first. Mistake number 1 is the perfectionism death spiral. Like some of us feel we have to eliminate every nervousness before we start filming. So you adjust your script 50 times, adjust your lighting 20 times, like you take one line over and over again because it doesn't sound just right. Newsflash, it will never sound just right. And this is counterproductive because you are teaching your brain to multiply anxiety for that activity, because why else do I need to practice or prepare that much for something if it's not super important? It isn't. You're making it really, really important. It's just a casual video you're recording to camera and you would never feel completely ready. I felt nervous just before I hit the record button too. What if this video flops? What if you guys do not like it? But the point is, I'm going to help at least one person that watches this video, and that is my motivation. You need to find yours. Mistake number 2 is the script prison. Most people write out every single word they want to say and try to memorize it or try to say it word for word. If you must do this, maybe get a teleprompter. But if you're not using a teleprompter, you would stumble over words and feel like, especially if you're new to creating content, you feel like you're not making any progress at all. You forget a line, feel like you failed, and feel the need to start over. I've practically seen a client re-record a 2-minute video around 20 times because he didn't get his script perfectly right. You do not have to get a script perfectly right. And this does 2 things. It creates a robotic delivery and it makes you more nervous because now you are practicing a rehearsed speech and you're not having a conversation with your viewer. And the final one is the self-sabotage focus. Like people spend an entire day obsessing about themselves. How do I look? How do I sound? Do I look okay? Am I going to embarrass myself? Did I stumble on that word? How does my hair look? The thing is, your brain can either focus on performance or message. It cannot focus on both simultaneously. So when you're focused too much on the performance, you're checking out on delivering the actual message. You're guaranteeing yourself an awkward, self-conscious delivery. And if you recognize yourself in any of these mistakes I just mentioned, guess what? You're closer to success than you actually think, because putting in effort to actually create content means you've crossed the first hurdle. So many people would never turn on a camera. They're not even confident enough to think they can make video. So all of these mistakes are not personality flaws. They're just wrong strategies that we can fix together. Now let's head into the 6 techniques that will help you become more comfortable on camera. Technique number 1 is the conversation trick. Stop talking to a camera, start talking to a person. When I started creating content, I would bring a picture of my younger sister and place it just by the camera lens. So that way I'm talking to her. She helps me stay calm. She helps me be comfortable. Find that one person that means you well, that helps you stay comfortable, and put their picture around the camera and look at them and talk to them and not an audience of 1,000 people or 10,000 people. That would also help your mind relax into natural conversation mode as opposed to performance mode. Technique number 2 is the repetition protocol. Practice doesn't make perfect, it makes normal. Your brain, your mind needs to understand that being on camera is safe and routine. And I usually give clients of mine who have no prior experience creating video content and have some anxiety this one challenge. It's a 30-day content challenge. For 30 days in a month, you make one video. You wouldn't post this video anywhere, it's just for you and it's supposed to help you get more comfortable creating content. And don't worry about the quality, don't worry about the location, it's just you make a video every day, talk about the weather, the food, how you feel, your work, and alternate the type of videos. On day 1, you could do a selfie video. On day 2, you could use a tripod, use the back of the camera. On day 3, you could just put the phone by the window, still selfie, but you're a little bit far. That way it helps you become comfortable with different arrangements and camera styles, but it just helps you know how you carry yourself on camera. Because sometimes we speak too fast or too slow, we don't know what to do with our hands. It would help you become more natural sounding on camera. Technique number 3 is the preparation paradox. Over preparing can make you more nervous. I know it's wild, but also under preparing will definitely make you more anxious. So the sweet spot is finding that in between, where you're not over prepared or you're not under prepared. That is where my secret tip comes in. Create bullet points and not scripts. Have a start, a hook, right? Then have bullet points of the things you want to say and a closing. This gives room for actual conversation. And then you have more content piece to cut down for the best beats. If you need a 90-second video and you film a 5-minute video, I assure you will get more content. You could even make multiple videos, but you get a more high quality 90-second video as opposed to writing a script that is 90 seconds long and trying to stick to it. And also, when you're over scripted, every deviation from your script feels like a failure. And as a starter, you do not want that for your mind. When you're under prepared, your brain panics because it has no idea what comes next. So find that sweet spot. Technique number 4 is the reframe strategy. You need to change the story you tell yourself about what is happening. Instead of telling yourself, I'm going to be judged, I'm going to mess up, how about you tell yourself, I am being helpful, even if it's to just one person. Even if this content piece I'm going to produce just helps one person feel better about themselves, get from point A to point B, I am being helpful. So the next time you're going to record, say out loud, I'm excited about this, I am being helpful, instead of saying, I'm afraid I'm going to mess this up. Technique number 5 is a technical confidence boost. Confidence is easier when you look, you sound good, when your environment and everything is taken care of. If the quality of the content you're producing doesn't even come out well, your audio is messy, it tanks your confidence even more. So I would like you to get the basics of content production right even before you start creating. Now, you don't have to spend $10,000. Our phones are more powerful than ever. Just make sure the phone is on eye level. You have a soft light in front of your face. A window light will do just fine. You have a sound source, if you can buy a cheap mic, but just make sure you have clean audio. But whatever you do, make sure your technical foundation is sound because it will help you when you see the quality of what you've produced. And that way you focus more on what you're communicating instead of how you're coming across. And the final technique is the post-recording reset. What you do after you record is crucial for long-term confidence. For some people, they immediately watch the video back and they're like, oh my God, I didn't say that word correctly. Oh my God, I was looking away from the camera. You're nitpicking everything you're doing wrong and you're tanking your confidence even more. For your next video, I would like you to identify 3 or 4 things you did really well before saying, okay, I can improve on this. Because your brain learns through pattern recognition. If you consistently focus on failure, the next time you set up a camera, you expect to mess up and fail like you did the last time. Now let me quickly address some of the common issues people face when they just start out creating video content. I hate my voice, I hate how I look. I've addressed this in this video, but what you can do to help yourself is make videos, make audios often and just listen to yourself over and over again. It will become normal to you. Watch your videos back multiple times, you become more comfortable with how you look. Because some of us are not really worried about what people are going to say. We're uncomfortable with how we look to ourselves before we even talk about strangers. And watching yourself back multiple times will help you fix this. I don't know what to do with my hands. Give them something to do. Hold a book, hold a notepad, gesture naturally because idle hands become fidgety hands. I turn on the camera and I forget everything I want to say. It's not just you, me too, which is why I have bullet points of things I want to say and it guides me through the video. You should too. I look too rigid and awkward on camera. Usually this means you're trying too hard to perform. Relax. Relax your face, speak slightly slower than normal, and remember that slight pauses are normal when you're having conversation. Don't overthink your pauses. Camera confidence is not about becoming a different person. It's Being comfortable being yourself in front of camera. Every creator, every entrepreneur you follow right now started where you are. So do not be dismayed. Remember, your message matters more than your delivery. Someone out there needs to hear what you have to say, and do not let your anxiety be what stops you from sharing that message. If this video has helped you, please give it a thumbs up so more people can overcome their camera anxiety, and subscribe for more content on video content creation, strategy, and improving your communication skills with video.